Lolita, the graphic design manager for Masondogg Academy of Technologies. I'll be teaching you various digital art concepts. I hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, okay, so on today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all how to draw eyes, especially eyes from different angles. Eyes from different angles can be really complicated to do, especially if you're working with complex head directions. So for example, if your character is turning, slight turning, and these specific views are like 3/4 view, views like that, head on. So I know head on can be like the easiest one to draw, but still it could be kind of hard getting like the eyes to be the same shape. So I'm just gonna give y'all like a quick tip to help with that. So I'm gonna go with a red to like line out the lines for you. So for this view, I'm gonna be showing you a frontal view. So starting off, you're gonna draw a line, and then you're gonna draw another line going horizontally, showing the direction of the eyes to keep the eyes the same shape. And then with this, we're gonna go in with 2 circles and draw how big the eyes are gonna be so it stays consistent. And you wanna make sure these shapes are like relatively the same, because if they aren't, you're gonna end up with 2 different wonky eye shapes. So we wanna keep those as close as possible. So once we have this, you're gonna go in with the actual coloring of the eyes. But before I do that, I'm just gonna do like a quick eye shape, and I'm gonna do almond for this eye. Just gonna go in with a quick relative how I want the eye to be shaped, and then do the same on the other side. The good thing about this is you can use this like circle as like a guideline of how you're gonna do your eyes. And don't worry if it's not the same, like, cause mine, you can see how I'm kind of sketching it to make sure it looks the same. So it's okay if you don't get it the same immediately. You can just kind of work with it. See, for this one, this eye is slightly bigger, but it's really easy to like quickly fix that and just get it to where it's the same shape, like so. So once you have that, you can go in and actually start coloring the eyes. So I'm just gonna like lower the opacity of the art in the background. That way I can do the eye sketch. So the brush I'm using is Syrup, but I'm gonna go in with the sketching brush for y'all. The sketching brush I use is Peppermint. So you're gonna go in and you're gonna just start sketching the eye. For mine, I'm just going over the lines. I'm gonna show y'all detail in a minute, such as placement of the lashes, etc. See, lashes, you can really just play around with that because they can be like any way you want, especially if your character has like longer eyelashes, shorter eyelashes, no bottom lashes, straight lashes, like when the upper eyelid lashes aren't curled. So it really just depends. You don't necessarily have to add them, but for this video I will be adding them so I can show y'all how I draw them. Also, I really like how lashes look on characters, so I will be drawing them for this video. So a quick tip is don't draw the lashes on the direct line that you created the eye. Draw a slight line above that, like really, really close, so it doesn't look like an eyelid. But you're just gonna draw like a slight line above that, and this is where your lashes are gonna be like in between. You're not gonna put them directly on the other line either. You're gonna put them on between, so it's like a sort of lash line. And then I'm gonna do that to the bottom one too. Make sure to keep it really close so it doesn't look like creases under the eye. Keep it really close so you can get that area. And then just to like further define that it's not the lash area, that it's not like an eyelid, and it's in fact the lash area, I'm gonna add the eyelid for y'all. So this step you can definitely skip. Example, if you're doing monolided eyes, but for this I'm gonna draw an eyelid so it's easier for y'all to see. On the other like angle views, I'll show y'all monolided eyes so you can see. what they look like. So for this, the brush I'm using, you really need to get your brush to the shape you need to draw eyelashes, because it can be so much easier if you have a brush that's like made for that. For example, this brush, with this brush, the eyelashes aren't gonna be like as good as they can be, because the brush, I have to actually like sketch out the eyelashes, which I guess is good because it gets me like used to like actually putting in effort for the art. So I like doing it like that. Anyways, just make sure like to go along the line, adding slightly curved things, and then like put some inside, some on the actual line you created, and etc. So that's what you should get, and then you just do it on the other side as well. Again, bottom lashes, unlike top lashes, they don't decrease as much as they get to closer to the inner corner, because bottom lashes are already so short, so they don't really need to do that. So for that, you're good. But when you go to the top line for the eye, I recommend increasing the size as you get to the outer corner, but like still keeping it shorter than the middle of where the lashes land, but still make sure to make it longer than the inner corner, because the inner corner is always shorter. And for mine, you see the lashes don't look exactly the same. So it just like, you really need to focus on what you're doing for that part. But it looks good. Lashes don't need to be exact because they aren't actually like that. And especially if you're like drawing a full character, it's not like the big scheme of things, so you should be good. So as I was saying, you're gonna start off drawing your lashes here at the inner corner really short, and you can slowly get bigger as you get to the middle. And then once you get to the end, you're gonna start decreasing again, but not as short as the front ones, because they're not like that. So I'm just gonna start back and then meet in the middle. And you see how I'm not putting them on there, I'm kind of like spacing them out. Oh, as well, when you're drawing and like actually doing the coloring, making the eyes looks realistic is like really good. You can do that by putting some of the lash over the like eye line you created, so it looks like they're actually looping under. But this is more of like a reflection thing, but you can also add it in the sketch, just so you make sure to remember to go back and do it later. It makes, especially if you're only sketching, it makes the sketch look really good, and it makes it look like you applied more effort than you actually did in making the lashes. So this is the lash they have created. Let me show y'all. So this is what the lash will look like. So I'm gonna go back in and continue working on the other side of the lashes, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I'm back and I finished both eyes for y'all, the lashes. So once you're at this step, you're pretty much good. I'm not gonna go into coloring, so I'll do that part next. At the end I'll show the full color versions, but for now I'm gonna go into drawing the second angle we're doing. So this angle is slightly turned. I don't know what exactly you would call this angle, but yeah. Anyways, so for this one, you're going to start with the line, because the middle line is going to be slightly off-centered because we're doing the angle. And just so you'll know, the middle line is where the nose bridge goes. So you want to like make the eye width apart based on how you're going to be drawing the nose. So if your character has like a higher nose bridge but the eyes are closer together, or a higher nose bridge and the eyes are far apart, or like a higher nose bridge and the eyes are like a relative distance, you should make the circles fit to the shape you need. So anyways, getting back in it. The middle of the line would be here, so you're going to slightly off center it here. And then here you're going to start drawing your circles. I'm going to draw one here. And then one here. I think I drew that too close. Okay, wait. And then one here. Yeah, that's good. And you see, if you make mistakes, it's so easy. You can go back in and fix them real quick. Like with this circle, I'm going to need to make it like slightly bigger because it's a little too small for the other circle. Of course, it's fine if it's slightly smaller since it's from a different angle. But for this angle, since it's not completely turned, you don't need the eye that much smaller or that much inward. So I just recommend doing it like this personally. So anyways, let me get this red line back here. So we got it like that. And I'm going to go in and draw it. So for this, the eye is going to start here. And it's going to be pretty much like the first one, but like slightly squished in a little. So basically, the first one was like this. So I'm going to like slightly shorten it. And then do the same on the other side. Slightly shorten it. And remember to use what you drew as a guide. It's okay because you can always go back in and fix it. So just make sure to adjust it to it. And a really good idea is to make the eye shape touching some point. For this one, I actually need to erase a little because this should not be touching the blue circle at all. Should be the side touching the blue circle because of the angle we're positioned on. So anyways, I'm just going to draw that. So now we got this angle. See, it's hard to show y'all without like the nose around the area. So I'm just going to show y'all that. Basically, you're going to apply the same black sketching technique I did at the top with the lashes. And you're going to apply that to this. I'm going to show y'all how to do the other angles, and then I'll come back with the like completed sketches, and then I'll show y'all a couple coloring tips, but like not go too full into detail because that's going to be for another video. So for the next one, we're going to do the same thing. Draw the line going horizontally, and then draw it. So the center would be here. This one is way farther to the side. This one's slightly turned. So for this one, you're definitely going to shorter it and bring the circle closer to the other area. So we're going to start and draw this circle. The left circle, this circle, is going to be closer to this circle, and it's going to go past this line, but you're not going to let the actual eye past this. You're just doing this so you know what size the eye would be if you had done that. So you're going to have to actually adjust the eye, but I'm just going to show y'all how you would draw it. So you see how the eyes are the same. And then they're a little closer. I'm going to make this a little closer, sorry. Because for this, the eye needs to be shorter on the side. That's the reason we're getting the circle closer, because the eye is going to cut off slightly on the sides. So you need it closer. So I'm going to start by drawing the eye the same way. I'm going to do a droopy eye this time, so you know. Because I did want to show y'all drawing different eye shapes too. So this is a downward eye. Not necessarily droopy, but it is going downwards in comparison to the other eyes I drew. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, following the same eye shape, but remembering to stop at the end of the circle. So a good idea is maybe to draw the end first. If you're not confident, you can stay with inside the circle, just to prevent you from like having to redraw it. See, I already went past the circle. And we can't do that because then it'll throw the anatomy off slightly. So yeah, that's still slightly off, but it's okay because it's angled enough for the eye positioning to make sense, especially once you add the nose and all the other facial features in. So yeah, that's how the eye shape would be. I'm actually going to define this so you can see it a little better. There. Okay, so now I'm just gonna slightly move these out of the way, or I can make a new canvas, but that's like a lot. So I'm just gonna move them out of the way slightly, shorten them. For this, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this one. I'll show you all of them at the end for you to use and get your positioning ready, but just gonna shorten these quickly so I can work on the other ones. So I'm just gonna put them there. Okay, now we're gonna start working on the other one. Remember, this line always stays the same until we start getting into the upward angle and the downward angle for the eyes straight on. I'm probably gonna leave the downward angle slightly turned for another video because you can just kind of apply the same concepts and position it to how you do it. So if you were doing an upward angle but you were doing the face slightly turned, you would just apply the circles in the way that the slightly turned was in, but keep the horizontal line curved so you know how the eyes would be. Anyways, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go back to our original eye shape so I can just show you. I just wanted to show you all the different eye shape you could try. Also, there's like different like eye art styles. You can do like different kind of one. You can do like a less realistic one or anything really. So for this one's gonna be like almost fully turned, literally. So I'm just gonna do the line right here, and then the circles are really gonna be overlapping here. So this line would go farther away from the nose bridge. This line would go right here, like so, and then the next one would go here. Okay, and remember these blue lines are so you know where the eye needs to stop. So, and then the red line in the like supposed area is so you know where the eye needs to start at / where you need the nose bridge to be. So for this angle we're doing, the eye is actually going to start right at the inner corner, but I'm going to draw this side first so I can get the eye shape I need. I like drawing the side that's shown the most first so I can really get the eye shape down. This will make it easier when you copy it on the other side. So you just really want to make sure to do that. So we got the eye shape down on this side, and we're gonna go in and add it on this side. Noted you can always like edit it slightly. For this one I may edit it and I'll show you me editing it so it's like closer, because I don't like how far away I position the nose bridge, but it's okay. So remember this ends right here, so don't go farther than that, and then just go down. So, and remember you can always edit. See, this eye is so good, and I did that one really good, and then this needs to be a little closer though, so I'm just gonna quickly grab it. It's okay if it messes up like the back, I know, but it's okay, because I should have made the circles closer to begin with, so it's fine. So this is how this one would go, like so. In this position, let me deepen the red line so y'all can see it better. So this one would go like so. Now we're gonna go to the fully turned one. This one is super easy. Basically, you just draw the line, and then draw it here. You can draw the full thing, but like why? Because you're only doing the side. So you really just need where the possible nose we're just gonna go. Again, this isn't the exact where the nose we're just going to go, especially for the side, because you need to add the nose and then the forehead and then where the nose transitions into the forehead. So yeah, I'm just gonna draw the eye here, leaving enough space for it to make sense of where the nose we're just gonna be, but close enough to where it's not too far away. So this line doesn't confuse you. I'm just gonna erase it. I just did that to make sure it was an even plane. So we're gonna go back with the red and we're going to start sketching the side view. So for the side view, it's gonna basically be not the full eye like I did up there, since it's fully turned. That's even too much, literally. So you just want to like really shorten this one. You gotta really shorten it, because for this, if you don't, it'll make the character look kind of weird. So you don't necessarily have to shorten it, but you want to keep it consistent. By the way, this isn't the same eye shape as the top one, so you can just kind of switch it around. I'm switching it around for the sake so I can show you all different eye shapes and how to draw it. So just do it like that, and that's how you got this side view. Noted, try not to go too inward or it'll make her look really weird, because the nose needs to be far enough away from where the eye starts or she starts to look kind of weird. But then again, it kind of just depends on the eye positioning. So if your eyes are a little closer to the nose, or if the character doesn't have as high as a nose bridge, then the eyes are clearly going to be closer to the character's eyes. So yeah. Now we're going to go into the upward angle and the downward angle. So for this, I'm going to draw the circles first. I'm going to draw both the downward circles and the upward circles at the same time, so I can keep them the same size. So for this one's different than all the other ones, because the eye shape like really changes more than it did before. With the other one, you could kind of see what the eye shape is, but for this one, it's mainly going to be like, especially for the upward angle, it's mainly going to be like the eyelids, so that really won't matter. Anyways, I'm just going to draw the line down the middle, like so. And then for the downward angle, you're going to have this position towards the bottom of the circles, going like this. And then for the upward angle, you're going to do the opposite, except instead of it being positioned at the top, it's going to be positioned more in the middle. It doesn't necessarily need to be positioned in the other direction. And I'm going to draw the line just to kind of like even it. For this, no, don't go straight down, kind of round it out, but continue going down, because it's going to touch the side of the faces, cheekbones up here, etc. And then for the downward angle, here is going to be the cheekbones too, so you're going to kind of want to go like that. This is how I go. You want to go into position you shade in, literally. So I'm going to show you all these. For these aren't going to really go that far up. They're kind of going to stay here. So for the eyes, this is the upward angle. Please note that. I will go more into depth into that one, because it's hard to really see the upward angle unless you actually like draw the eye out. So I will go more into that one and actually like sketch it like I did with the other one. So let me just zoom in, and I'm gonna show y'all the upward angle now. So for the upward angle, it's gonna be rounder at the bottom, like so. And remember, I made this line so you can see where the like started at, because it's hard to see if you don't. But you're just gonna do that, and then you're gonna start at the corner of the circle and make it like that. And this is the upward and downward angles. Remember, it's okay if you have to go in and erase and sketch the eye multiple times, because it really is hard to get it the same. But like, remember, it honestly does not have to be the same. Of course, like your goal is to get it like semi-similar, But like not everybody has, like, especially in real life, not everybody has perfectly symmetrical faces. Then again, you can always use the symmetry tool. That, like, a lot of people say that it's cheating, but honestly, it's a really big time saver. And if you want your art to be completely symmetrical, you go for it. You're still drawing the whole other side of the face. You would be doing it the same otherwise. So, you know, it's not cheating if you use symmetry at all. So, I am going to go in and sketch those real quick for you. So, I'm just going to do it like this. Slightly lighten the opacity. I'm going to crease it later. I'm just doing that so I can see everything. So for this one, this is really going to show you where the eyelashes go, because the eyelashes are going to be centered down. So I'm still going to draw the line though. Center. Remember, try to touch the actual last line as little as possible. It's okay if you like slightly grease it, but don't touch it that much. Okay. And then you're gonna, if your character has like permanent plasters, I'm trying to see how you would do this. They would go out for the most part, but like if your character has curly lashes, they would slightly go up. So it kind of just depends. I don't know. This is where you really need to know that that's how the lashes come in. They don't grow from directly above the eyelash. See, yeah, it's really hard to get those looking where they need to be. So for this, it's easier to just not add lashes unless you really want them. In which case, I recommend going straight, but with your lash style, like something like that. But anyways, that's the downward look. Also, it really depends on the eye shape, but it'll make your character look like you're from an upward angle more if you do it like a slight indent right here. But then again, once you add your nose and all of that, it'll look like how it should and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna do this next one. This is gonna be the upward angle. I'm not gonna draw the other side, by the way. I'm just gonna show y'all this one real quick. We're gonna go in, sketch the quick thing you made. And I like doing the red line underneath it because you can really tell the difference between the black and the red. So it's a really big contrast and it makes lining the art easily. Also, it's kind of like a technique I mainly learned when I was doing traditional art, because especially for you who can't erase the lines all the way, coloring looks much better under red, with like red lines under it than it does with graphite, regular standard black lines or gray lines under it or anything like that. So yeah. Again, this is the upward angle, so you're gonna really have to put an emphasis on those lashes coming from under here. That's what I do, at least. It makes it look more realistic. Try not to leave gaps because it looks kind of weird. And I don't mean gaps in the lashes. You're welcome to use that, since that's like actually a lash style in your world, like such as mega lashes. But for this purpose, I mean gaps as in on the lash line because it can look a little weird or icky, anything like that. So try to leave that. So for the upward angle, I think I am gonna edit this. Like I said, it's completely okay to go and edit, and that's why I like doing line art, because you can always go in and edit if you need to. I'm gonna slightly bring it up a little more so it looks like that, and then I'm gonna draw where the lash line is and draw lashes. So these are the angles, and then once you draw the nose and stuff, like I'll show you an example. it'll be way more apparent, but you still can't draw the eyes like how they would be if they were from a regular front on angle. You still gotta change the eye shape up. So yeah, it's boop boop a nose. That's not how I actually draw noses, but I want to show y'all a quick nose so you know what I mean, how it looks like it's from an upward angle now, like that. And then I'll show y'all the downward angle too. I'll probably have to lift this up further because it's a little too down for me to show y'all the downward angle like that, because the nose is gonna be in the way. Just lift it up slightly. Sorry, ignore the fact that it's nowhere near the thing. But I'll show y'all the downward angle now. Doop, a nose. Downward angle. So yeah, that's how it will be. Anyways, I hope this was really easy for y'all to learn. And noted, once you get better with drawing eyes, you won't have to draw out these exact lines. Just really help you map it out in the beginning when you're doing all of that. This helps you get the eye shape ready so your character won't end up looking wonky, or you won't spend hours drawing the eye over and over again. Like, noted, this takes a while, but if you're already gonna be making mistakes and doing it like that, it's better to just help you draw the template, the quick circles, eyes, lines, all of that. Help you quickly draw that, and then you can go over it, and eventually you'll get better at it and be able to do it on your own. The more you try and the more you look at it and the more you draw the template over and over again. So yeah. Anyways, I hope this is really helpful and y'all enjoyed it, and I will be sure to come back with the coloring video. I'll actually try to use this exact sketch so I can show y'all each eye coloring and like what specific lighting you would put on the eye coloring, depend on the angle and where the light is coming from. So anyway, make sure to stay tuned for the color theory video, and I hope this video was very helpful. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, my name is Lolita. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting the red button and the little bell to get notifications on our next video. And don't forget to leave comments, like, and check out our website at www.masondoggaot.com. Bye!